So, you ever finish a book and feel just really sad afterward because it was such a good book and it's over? That's how I felt after reading The Monk by Matthew Gregory Lewis. Literally, as soon as it was over, I was literally like... But no, seriously. It was so great. Oh my god. So, without further ado, I'm going to give you my review of The Monk by Matthew Gregory Lewis. If you guys follow me on social media, you'll see that I got this edition of The Monk by Matthew Gregory Lewis, and I had been meaning to read this for an awfully long time. Really long time. I've never been able to get my paws on it. Finally, Amazon had a deal where if you get at least $25 worth of books, then shipping is free, so yay. I got my hands on several pieces of classic Gothic literature. So I got The Monk, I got the Castle of Otranto, which I just started reading today on my break at work, yay! The Mysteries of Udolpho by Anne Radcliffe, and Late Victorian Gothic Tales, and I will be doing reviews of those books as well. A very controversial novel. So, if you don't know the background behind The Monk, it was written by a 20-year-old member of Parliament back in 1796, and when it was published, he got into a heap of trouble, and he was accused of blasphemy, which is a pretty steep charge back then. So yeah. Oh yeah. And once you guys read this for yourself, you'll see why. It recounts the diabolical decline of Ambrosio, a Capuchin superior who succumbs to temptations offered by a young girl who has entered his monastery disguised as a boy, and continues his descent with increasingly depraved acts of sorcery, murder, incest, and torture. Combining sensationalism with acute psychological insight, this masterpiece of Gothic fiction is a wonderful exploration of how violent and erotic impulses can break through the barriers of social and moral restraint. So, that sounds pretty hefty just from the description, huh? Trust me, it is. Oh my god. Oh my god. So here's one thing that I really appreciated about The Monk. I really dug the author's style of writing. I really dug the way he went into descriptions of things. I loved them actually so much that I would catch myself actually reading each sentence twice just to take in the language structure of it, and I thought it was really cool. I also liked how, as the description here says, how the author came very close to psychological introspection with some of the scenes in here. And it was even to the point where you were really unaware of what was fantasy and what was reality. So I thought, again, that was pretty cool. When I first heard about The Monk, I was expecting a kind of Gothic drama. While this is loaded with Gothic drama, certainly, it definitely is, it evolved into an entirely different beast, like, toward the end. I was just like, whoa, I was not expecting that! Oh boy! So, you guys are in for a huge treat if you take the time to read this. So for some of you who are familiar with Gothic fiction, this will remind you a bit of The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and it will remind you a little bit of The Castle of Otranto by Horace Walpole. So it's kind of a mixed combination of the two, but at the same time it's its own unique little creature. And I think it definitely earned a scandalous reputation, certainly. Trust me, there are lots of twists and turns in this. It's really fascinating. It's going to keep you on the edge of your seat. If you guys have read it, or if you haven't read it, I would really appreciate it if you would leave your thoughts about my review here below. And once again, I would really like to thank you guys for encouraging me to do reviews of Gothic literature. It's been really fun to dive into these and to share my experiences of these books with you guys. So, as I mentioned a minute ago, I am starting The Castle of Otranto by Horace Walpole, and already it's pretty intense, so stay tuned for the review of that. You guys are gonna love it. And then I also got a request from Madre Diablo to do some reading of some French poetry by Charles Baudelaire, so if you guys have any specific requests for poems by Charles Baudelaire that you would like me to read, I would really appreciate it if you could tell me. I will have translations in subtitles in the videos, so don't worry about it if you don't speak French. So, I really hope you guys enjoyed this review of The Monk by Matthew Gregory Lewis. I really hope that you will leave your thoughts about my review and about the book below in the description. I would love to hear what you think. And as always, thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later. Bye! Cheers to Gothic fiction. Ain't nothing like watching Tony and Merlot, baby.